All right, I keep trying this video. I'm having all kinds of issues. I did a whole video about my Palooka watch channel thing, which is now legitimate, I guess, and Wonderhussy. I'll be going out to visit with Sarah at the end of this month, and I'll get into that. But we'll start with the Palooka thing. And just so you understand, watches have always been a thing with me my whole life since I was a kid. I started wearing a watch again. I started buying watches. I started getting into the history of them and watching watch videos, and I started doing my own. But in large part, it was a goof for me. I was really just having fun with the idea of it because they're funny to me. The watch reviews are funny to me. They're cool. I'm learning a lot. But as I've mentioned in some of my other videos, these guys are not like me. They're not blue-collar guys that are, at least that I've seen, maybe some of them are, that are, you know, wearing their watches in an environment that could get them damaged easily, right? I'm working in a shop all the time, or working on a house, or crawling around under a house, or I'm in the shop building furniture, working on the van. You know what I do. You're here. So I did some videos, and it was funny because I listened to myself speaking, and to me, I sound like a Palooka, right? I sound like one of the Bowery Boys to me. That's how I sound. And so I came up with that. I did a video the other day on this watch that is an homage to a 1962-ish Tourneck Revel, which is based upon the Blanc Pond dive watch. And it's a pretty decent watch video if you're into that sort of thing. Well, crazy thing happened to me this morning. I get a phone call, and it's the guy who owns that company, the True North Watch Company, or True North Watch Collections. I will remember when I come home later to put a link to his website here, and a link to the video that I did, which also has his website featured in it. He called me up, and we started talking, and turns out we have a lot of similar things that we're into. We got along great. I think we were on the phone for over an hour, and he offered to send me a watch gratis, for free, in hopes that I would do a review on it. And I'm like, of course, absolutely. You count on it, man. So he's a Rolex guy. He's really into Rolexes, and he's got a collection of Rolexes. I think he's got a few Daytonas, and he did a watch based on the Daytona, and apparently the specs are so precise to the Rolex that you could take Rolex parts off of it and put it on his watch. So I'm looking forward to doing that. It's going to be the Paul Newman version, so it's on the bun strap and everything. I'm just like flabbergasted, because again, it's a goof. Me doing watch things, it's fun for me, it's interesting, I enjoy it. Some of you are enjoying it. They're not getting crazy numbers, but just because I did that, an owner called me and offered me a watch. So that's this thing that I'm doing, this YouTube thing. It seems like it's actually, I owe it all to you. Those of you who have subscribed, you're here, you're watching these videos. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you. I'm just going to keep saying thank you. Please and thank you. I was brought up polite. You know why? Because if I wasn't polite, my mom smacked the crap out of me. How about a please and thank you? Thank you, sir. May I have another? So, yeah, that's the thing. So that's happening. That's very cool. I have a fun idea for a logo for it. I don't want to give it away, but we're going to do this. We're going to make it. We're going to try to legitimize this Palooka watch channel thing. For my own entertainment, if for nothing else. Now, Wonderhussy, that's why you're here. It's in the title. She would like me to go to her pad. You know, she basically lives in this shack, right? Up there in Tacopa. So initially it started off with her telling me that there was going to be an event there. She would like me to come out for the event, which was going to be a swap meet on the 28th. And so my last video I said, hey, the 127 is closed, getting in there. This is a tough season for these people. I'm from a seasonal town. I understand it. It'd be nice if you could make it. You can meet her. You can meet me. All that stuff. And I was about to post the video. The phone rings, and it's Sarah, aka Wonderhussy. I'm like, man, you just called me. I was about to post this video. She goes, well, we're not having the event now. So the swap meet that she told me about is no longer happening. Not enough interest in it from the people in the actual town, which she and I just discussed, and we think that that's a mistake because we think we probably, between the two of us, could have gotten a couple hundred people at first. She'll get the people. 3 of you might show up watching this channel right now. But, so that's not happening. But I will be out there. We are going to do some content together. We just discussed it. There is a crazy Halloween party on the 28th that she wants me to go to. It sounds like a good time. It sounds like a good time. I think I'm just going to go naked. I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to... So the 127 off the 15 to get to Tacopa is closed. It won't be open until after the new year, which is going to hurt all those towns. They depend on tourism. Now, if you're coming from the west, if you're coming from the east, the northeast, northwest, whatever, you can easily, I think, still get in there. But if you're coming from the LA area, you're going to likely either have to go up 395 up around Death Valley, or you're going to have to go out to Vegas and come in that way. That's a lot more gas, a lot more time, and all of that. So it's going to hurt them, that being closed. However, there's a mountain road, like a mining road, that parallels the 127 into Tacopa. So Sarah says she'll meet me at the top of that mountain and, you know, like rescue my ass, basically. So that'll be fun. We'll shoot content of it. You guys will get to see her when I see her. Maybe I could talk her into being naked. I'm just kidding. Anyhow, it'll be fun. I've been having fun with her. She did this, I made this joke with her the other day. She did a video where she was out where the area had flooded and the ground had this interesting look to it. And she was bending down, touching it. And she said, I wish we had touch-o-vision. And I texted her. I said, well, you can't have touch-o-vision. You wouldn't be able to sit down. There'd be 100,000 guys grabbing your ass right now. She liked that. She thought it was funny. So, yeah, that's what's happening. So from the 24th to as long... She'll be there. She's available from the 24th to the 4th. So that block of time, I'm blocking out that amount. I'm blocking that amount of time. I'm blocking that time out for her. The idea there is I'm going to put a door in her little hovel that she lives in there, and maybe a couple windows if we have time. I suspect the framing around the opening for the door is probably going to need some work, so it might turn into something more. I'll do whatever they want me to do, you know. But she's like, we're going to have fun, and we're going to shoot content, and I'm going to film the whole thing when you're doing the work, and I'm going to take you to dinner, and you're going to meet all these weirdos. And I'm like, okay, sounds fun to me. So that's where I'll be. Look forward to that. That's the end of the month. If things change, if people there get the wind of this and they decide to still do the swap meet on the 28th, I'll set the van up with an awning and have a table out, and I'll bring some of the watches I don't want anymore and some of the Bowie knives I bought that I don't need anymore, and I'll fill this van up with a bunch of stuff that I don't need and sell it there, and you guys can show up and meet us and take pictures and shake hands and have a good old time. But I suspect right now that that's probably not happening. There is going to be one, she said, in February, so maybe I'll just go back in February. Anyhow, that's it. Just a quick update. About a 9-minute video for you. You're getting tired of my like 30-minute videos. But how crazy is it? The Palooka Watch channel? That's going to be like a real thing all of a sudden. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But it's awesome. And I'm looking forward to hanging out there in the desert and having a fun time with fun people. Even if I will be working at the same time. So that's it. Have a good day. Be kind to one another. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.